Hi there, welcome to another educational video documenting my Web3 expeditions. In this video, I'll be introducing you to perhaps the most powerful AI agent project in existence. At the moment, it will baffle you what this project can do. Anyway, before we start, let me introduce you also to airdropc.com. It's an avenue to reach me. By the way, this is an educational video documenting my personal Web3 expeditions. To reach me, you can contact me via AirdropC using the contact form. Also subscribe to airdrop reminders in this category, and there are a lot of airdrops here that you can obtain, as well as productivity tools. Okay, so this is a very powerful project. It's just baffling or bewildering where this AI narrative, especially in Web3, is headed to. This is the most sophisticated of them. It's called Griffain. I was able to access it. It's not yet publicized, but I got early access just so I can showcase it. It did cost around more than... I can't remember, one soul or more than one soul to be able to have early access. And basically what this can do is baffling. So it's an AI agent or a bunch of AI agents working for you. They also have special agents. And what can they do? For example, a special agent can snipe a token on Pump Fund and sell it for you at a specified price. It can also snipe tokens that it projects will reach at least 1 million MCAP. You can basically modify it to your taste. This one is called Agent Flipper. This is interesting. So this one will snipe new tokens. This one will snipe and auto sell new tokens on Pump Fund. I experimented with an agent. This one will create a meme coin based on tweets. Now I had to refine it, to get it to work accordingly. This is basically the chat GPT of Web3. That's the narrative. So this one, it is modeled to create a meme coin whenever, say, Elon Musk puts out a tweet, and it's going to generate a description automatically, an image, and get the keyword to name the token by. And you can also instruct it to buy that token just after launch. And if you want to sell the token at a specified price, so it can do that. What else can it do? Let's go home. Tokens, NFTs, task. It has a wallet, by the way, that it manages. Soon it will be able to manage Twitter. But on chain, there is something missing here. Special agents home. So it can interact with any blink. So give me a blink and I'll help you take action. Blink allows the incorporation of a Solana app inside a frame, like a social post. So you see them on Twitter. If you give it a blink, it can react or interact with the blink. I'll help you buy the world's most collectible whiskeys here on-chain, agent on-chain, holiday, blink, holiday gifts with magic internet money. I've not explored that. If we start a new thread, let's see that. Okay, so you can have it trade meme coins. You give it the CA to track. Anyway, it's as conversational as can be. So this is worthy of taking a look at if you're interested in AI agent projects. Interestingly, it has a coin. If you chat with it, it will tell you about its coin. The name of its coin is Griffain. It has skyrocketed. I saw it at around 77 million market cap yesterday or so, and at the moment it's I believe this will reach 1 billion in due time. Okay, 171 million. So I found it around 77 million here, basically. Yeah, I think people started finding it and all that. Okay, so yeah, so monitor this. It's evolving, by the way. If you look at the Twitter, you'll see the level of innovation that is in the making. And there's something that came about now that also needs a pass. I don't know why, but you know, you need an additional expenditure. It comes with prospective airdrops and all that. So autonomously create a meme coin on pump fund every time someone tweets, automatically buy every meme coin a cold tweets. So that's another one. So you can have calls targeted, and when they shout out a meme coin, it will buy. Look for trending tokens and buy. Decide whether or not to buy a token based on a tweet, stuff like that. These AI agents are very powerful, not to be underrated. If I saw a study of the type of knowledge that they have, let me see if I can get that so that you have an insight into their capacity in making calls. In fact, there's a calls related AI agent that has just started, and its first two calls are they've skyrocketed. But of course, you need the native token of the agents to be able to access their brain or terminal. So I'll tell you of one that I'm targeting that has good entry because it has an airdrop later on. But for you to have insight into the level of coverage that these AI have, compared to humans, and why they are so sophisticated with calls, is this. So this is the founder of only calls. This is the one I wanted to have a position in it, but I couldn't because I found it at 2 million market cap, and to be able to have 1% of the supply to access the community for the calls, it wasn't possible. So I'll tell you of another one that you can start with early, but this is another good one. And basically at the moment, the founder is training 420 agents as we speak on Twitter. And this is another solid project, by the way, but he did a study. He's doing that study to model out his own agent. And he looked at so this calls were made by this AI agent in the first 6.9 hours. They've got a 5 million mooner, another 30 million mooner in their Telegram. In fact, AIXBT, people got in with 100,000, and they said they made 600,000 in 72 hours based on having insight into the brain of the AI. But here is a research done by the founder of Only Calls. Now, interestingly, Only Calls will also tell you when to sell. That's how trained it will be. So now he read through 42,069 tweets by AIXBT to build Only Calls, and here are the findings. So this is the wide range of knowledge insight that AIXBT has. So market data, real-time price feeds for all major cryptocurrencies and tokens, historical price data with high granularity, including minute by minute or tick data. These are things you cannot cover research-wise as a human. Trading volume across all, and even if you can, you wouldn't have the pace, an ounce of pace of what the AI has. Trading volume across all major exchanges, order book depth for major trading pairs, futures and options data. Like, I would like an AI agent that can arbitrage. That would be huge. Futures, and based on this knowledge, this bot, if it was modeled to arbitrage, will be able to in a timely fashion. Futures and options data, including open interest and funding rates. Imagine that this is a strong index for gurus of trading, like funding rates, to be able to know when to, where perhaps liquidation is nearing, when to opt out and stuff like that. So this is interesting that it has that much data. Then on-chain data, real-time transaction data for major blockchains, wallet balances and transaction histories for key addresses. Wow. I don't know how they are, it's out of this world basically. With this knowledge, what they will be able to do in terms of calling alpha, smart contract interactions and deployments, gas fees and network congestion metrics, token transfers and holder distribution. social and sentiment data. So they also have social and sentiment data, social media mentions and engagement metrics for crypto projects, sentiment analysis of crypto related discussions on platforms like Twitter, Reddit, and Telegram, Google Trends data for crypto related search terms, news sentiment analysis from major crypto news outlets, even down to GitHub activity for open source projects, backgrounds and activities of team members, venture capital funding rounds and amounts, partnership announcements, and roadmap. Wow. Macroeconomic indicators, global economic metrics. So imagine this type of information used to, organize your calls. There is no influencer that can beat this, basically. So that's why I'm interested in this. I tried to gain a tier into this, but it wasn't possible. However, the founders said that next week they will improve the tier structure to allow for the general public to have access. But generally, when you're in a lower tier, you get the calls later. There will be a delay, maybe 30 minutes delay before you get the call and stuff like that. But anyway, I have these tokens, but the one I'm interested in that I'll quickly feature here is this one, because this is just like AI XBT. If you judge them based on their type of feed, and this is obviously like AI XBT. It's already making calls. It's going to be the first AI agent on a new blockchain called Zerkut that is just growing in valuation, and it's the first on there. But most interestingly, the nature of its tweets is already like AI XBT. I believe that it has studied AI XBT as well in its training, and you'll see that based on the insight of its calls. It's well versed. And so this one has an airdrop. I've done a video about how to get the airdrop, and it just started, by the way. This is the very first week. After the first week, 2% of the supply will be distributed. In fact, 78% of the supply of this token will be distributed to stakers of ZRC. ZRC is the native token of the Zerkut L2 that just launched. Information about Zerkut and how to get ZRC is on CoinGecko, but I also have a video about that. I don't know, I may add it in the description. So if you get started now, you'll be part of the first allocation distributed, and who knows, it may be huge, because I think this is under the radar. After the first distribution, it may grow in popularity and more people will be vying for it. So link to good tech will be in the description, and it's backed by Zerkut itself. This is Zerkut. It's a new blockchain. Zerkut, I don't think is around 2 weeks old. It has $2.5 billion worth of TVL, and it's growing. It launched its token based on an airdrop, and it has had a strong. It has been stable and growing. Okay, so that's Zerkut there. Again, I'll put a tutorial video total that covers the good tech airdrop in totality in the description. So that's about it for this video. Let's end it here. I wanted to keep it short and relevant, and give you insight into what's really happening in this space of AI agents and the level of capacity they are reaching. It's just mind-blowing. So yes, you know how to reach me. Subscribe to Web3 Wikis on all socials. In the description, all the information you will need relating to this video will be there, as well as other airdrop information. Stay awesome, take action.